Hello, you guys. This is Myra with Happy So Happy Live. Namaste. So, wow, and it's still going. It's still going. The momentum, I think, it feels so much like chess, right? The opponent. It's like a back and forth thing, right? But it's not. For the feminine, I can speak most for the feminine because I do have that energy and I hold that energy more. But it's not it's against the opponent. I think it is being strong and having that courage to cut toxic ties, toxic patterns within yourself. Because when this happens, when you're like in the middle, when our divine source is trying to get our attention, and now it's more clear than ever. Remember, it's like it's literally right in front of our face, and it's something that we cannot not deny because it's literally right there. But it's giving us that we are needing to ask ourselves, are you wanting to continue this negative pattern? Don't, for right now, don't think about the other opponent. The question is to you, directly to yourself. So you're asking this question to yourself. Are you going to continue on this toxic pattern, on this negative pattern? Whatever the situation is, are you ready to carry this negative and toxic pattern for another 30-year cycle? Because we have completed a 30-year cycle last year, right? And we were moving to this cycle that it's going to start. And I think after this eclipse is when the start of the new cycle, right? And I know for a lot of us that have been in this journey, we had awakened because of maybe how we were so down in the dumps about our lives and how we didn't really cared for our lives at that time. And so even though the opponent is something that is very hard to resist, we have to, because it's an attachment. It's an attachment that is with a negative pattern, a negative thinking. It's attached to toxic energy. Okay, and that's what you really have to look at it. You have to look at it at that point. If you really just look at it, really just close in, with horse blinds, that you're not wanting to look anything more than what you see, that you're just going to be separated from this person and that's it. Of course, that brings fear, that brings judgment, that brings negativity, that brings codependency, that brings a stagnancy, that brings just all around low vibrations. You need to remove those horse blinds and really look at the bigger picture. And the darkness is always there, of course, to try to bring you in, but it's getting that strength. And who has been lately with me and through this is and since last week, a little bit more stronger, is Archangel Michael. And so call on him and call on your angels to really assist you to have this breakthrough, to make this decision. Okay, when you make this decision, you will definitely feel lighter. You will feel liberated. You will feel freedom. Because I know how that feels when you don't want to let go, because all you see is just the fear of losing that person that maybe you cared so much about. You know that it's something that you're probably never gonna see, never. But no, that fear is just creeping up because it wants you back into that negative pattern that you have been in for such a long time. But you really have to ask yourself, is this a negative pattern that you want to continue another next 30 years? When you see it that way, it's like, no, I don't. I really don't. One of the other things that I've been watching, and it's a series on Netflix, so I recommend that you guys see it. I totally do. It is kind of it does shake you up, and it's What If. Wow, extreme. And there's a lot of parts there that really shaking you. I mean, it shakes you up really. But there was this part that I understood perfectly. And that's one of the things that keeps me moving forward with my decision to be able to have that in my 30-year cycle. And that is whether you decide to go the good path or the wrong path. You know, the wrong path, the dark path, right? Still lying, still manipulating, still have that fear, right? So whether you take the right path or the wrong path, if you have something that you are running away from, it always comes and bites you in the butt. It will always follow you. It will always follow you until you face it. And if you are with somebody, you're just gonna drag that person along. And whether you are trying to do good, you'll just seem to drag that person into the darkness. So it's like getting her to fight your battle when that's not her battle at all. So that is something for you guys to really think about. I really wanted to put this out there too. That, let me see, how long am 9:42. That shadow work is it's pretty big in your spiritual growth, and at times you really don't want to really look at it, right? But doing your shadow work and your spiritual work, right? Doing your shadow work really makes a change in your spiritual growth. It really does. It really takes great level ups. It really makes changes in your life. So I just wanted to put out that out there. But yes, I think I'm just putting out little pieces of everything going on, because it doesn't seem that, the battle is over. Okay, it's in the midst of it. It's still going. It's it hasn't even completely finished, right? We're still at the starting of this breakthrough, of this battle, of this change, of the necessary, right? So if you guys like, share, subscribe, and it's when I was doing that. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. All right, you guys, namaste.